Case study number 10, a big corporate house engaged in manufacturing industrial chemicals on a large scale proposes to set up an additional unit. Many states rejected the proposal due to detrimental impact, but one state acceded and permitted the unit close to a city, brushing aside all opposition. And when I was just reading the case, I was reminded of the Thuttukudi case of Tamil Nadu, where a chemical copper manufacturing industry, copper oxide or copper metal and other things were done there, and it was an issue there when I was studying. So that moment I felt that case study has been generated from that. The unit was set up 10 years ago and was full in swing. Pollution caused by the industrial effluents are affecting land, water, crops. Serious health problems. Agitations are there. Recent agitations, police took a stern action. Following the public outcry, the state government ordered the closure of the factory. That was something that happened in Tamil Nadu also. The closure of the factory resulted in the unemployment of not only those workers who were engaged but who were working in the ancillary units. So this is something that really happened, and it also very badly affected those industries which depended on the chemicals manufactured by it. As a senior officer entrusted with the responsibility of handling this issue, how are you going to address it? You know what? When I read this question, I felt thankfully I went through the newspapers days before the exam to find out that something like this was brewing in. And I again now want to repeat to the prospective UPSC aspirants that people please keep reading the newspaper. You're getting a direct question from the current affairs as a case study for you. So we definitely, we need to actually go through the current affairs and understand the issues. And since the question is very open, look at the question. It says, senior officer, you are a senior officer with the responsibility of handling this issue. They've not mentioned you what is your exact position, what is there under you. They're just saying you are entrusted with the responsibility. How are you going to address it? So I feel it's a very open question. Very open, where multiple dimensions could be addressed. The multidimensional analysis could be done. And then I started by recognizing the issue. What were the problems? So there was the industry. It was harming, its influence were harming the entire land, water. It was also a negative impact on the humans, etc. All of this was happening, but that is closed. Do we have an option to open the industry? That was something I was contemplating. But then it was given here very clear that other states have refused to a proposal to set up a factory. That means adequate care is not taken in the industry to treat the industrial effluents. So I divided the answer in two parts. Whether or not evaluating, whether or not we should reopen the factory or something else. But I focused on that area, that particular factory needs to be closed because it has a lot of detrimental impact on the situation outside. And then I said that, handling these issues, I first tried to chart out the different stakeholders in this issue. Stakeholders are the people, the employed persons, the public, which is being harmed, the industry itself, the environment in general, and the government or the police. And since these were the stakeholders and they had, all of them were having some or the other role in this issue, I tried to analyze each of their position in this particular issue. For the employed, I said that we could provide them some alternative employment somewhere else where their skills could be utilized. Then for the public harmed, we could say that, now certain whatever effluents are, whatever chemicals or toxic chemicals are there in the factory. For example, in the Bhopal gas tragedy case, even today the effluents are the contaminated places there and it continues to harm the water, underground water. So a proper treatment of the particular place is also important. That another on industry, how the industry can take modern technology so that the effluents could be reduced, the negative impact could be reduced on the environment, what steps could be taken. This is how I took up multiple stakeholders. One by one, I tried to analyze how should we handle the issue and provided a comprehensive picture, not only on a short-term level, but also at a long-term level.